Okay.
Tell us about your antenna, Al. Why did you buy that particular? And what is it again? An 80 Pro or something?
Yeah, it's made by Radio Waves. I looked at different types, and I have a California Wyndham up there that uses, you know, it's 40 feet on one side, 90 feet on the other, but it's got the line isolator coming down. And that thing is amazing. It's as quiet as a mouse, and I pick up stations all over the place and that with it. I had another trap dipole 80, but it's shorted. Like one side is broken because, you know, you can put the inner conductor in and you hear noise. As soon as you screw the PL, it goes quiet. So I've got something busted. So I thought that thing's been up for 20 years now. It's probably had it. So I thought, well, while I got the guys here, we'll just take that one down, put up a new one with it. And because I've had such great effect with the one Wyndham, this one is just a simple Wyndham. It's a DX80 Pro. I found it at Radio Waves. And it's an 80 through 10 meter multi-band dipole. And this is the dimension. So one leg is 44 feet, which will go to the front of the house. And the other leg is 93 feet, making a total of 137 feet from the center fed, well, it's not center fed, but the off fed point there. And apparently it says it's supposed to work on 80, 40, 20, and 10 without a tuner.
Does it have a ladder line coming
No,
down?
it's got no ladder line with it. So it's like a dipole, but it's long. Like you got one leg longer than the other. Yeah. So
is it good for 15? I noticed they didn't have 15 meters.
Okay.
This is asymmetrical dipole.
Yeah. So
Well done.
I just got somebody calling me on the repeater. It sounds like Brian. It may be my guys coming here. So just hang tight. I'll be right back.
I just looked it up. $75. That sounds reasonable.
Igor, that was an asymmetrical?
This is asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical.
Yeah, because dipole usually has same length of the dipole legs.
Yeah,
but 75 ohms, this is like a little bit not
yes, okay.
the same. And for better efficiency, the point of the feeding needs to be a little bit changed from the middle. This is reason why.
Yeah.
What brand was it? What make was it?
Radio Waves. The website is wavz.com.
Thank you.
Oh.
Andy, when will you come to the Manitoulin?
I am hoping to be up there on Friday. Good, all things considered. Government willing.
I see.
I'm looking forward to seeing your 4 elements on 40. That's quite an antenna.
It will be 6
6
on 40, 6 on 40, 2 different directions. One to the Europe, another to the Victor Echo 6, Victor Echo 7, and 4 elements on 80 as well.
Wow.
So when I'm suspect to be on the island in probably 1 week before Canada Day contest, and I suspect it will be sufficient time to install everything. And if you will come with your analyzer, we can see how the efficiency for the antennas.
Yeah, that's great.
And also phasing angle for the phasing verticals. We'll be interested to see how it's correct installed 90 degree between phasing verticals. So when I'll have exact date of coming, I'll send you a mail.
Yeah. Well, when I get up there, I hope to be on RMI a bit more often.
I'm supposed to be getting up there as well, BB.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the antenna analyzer will work at McLean's Mountain just because of Craig's 10,000 watt transmitter just across the road from it. It's not worth a fart in a hurricane at the RMI site because of two 10,000 watt transmitters. I remember one field day we went up there, and every damn antenna I hauled up, the analyzer said it was no damn good. And I'm like, no, that can't be right, you know? So I hooked up my 1000 MP to one of them, and everything was perfect. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's the high RF environment, because most of those analyzers are whatchamacallit, they're a field strength meter or a frequency counter as well. So that's an input as well as an output on, you know, for the antenna connection on the analyzer. So in a high RF environment, you can't use an antenna analyzer. So I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had one up at McLean's Mountain, but I suspect Craig's transmitter across the street's going to be dorking with that, Igor. So
Does anybody have a field strength meter that they could take up into that field and see just how high the RF field is?
Wilf's got one. Maybe we can borrow his.
Yeah.
That's you're talking about an FM transmitter, are you?
Yes.
Broadcast transmitter?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, we'll have to. Oops.
Al could maybe take his analyzer up there and see what happens.
Yeah, I could and give it a try and see
Yeah,
what's.
just turn
what's
it
going
on. You just drive. You don't even have to go in the gate. Just go
Well,
up there.
you know what? It did work because we were up there with Jeff with his that tubular.
And the analyzer worked.
Well, when we were up there cutting the grass for
good.
the field day site.
Okay.
And Canada Day site, Jeff came up and we tried it, and that's why.
Did it show that it was really good, or did it show?
Yeah,
it was bad,
yeah,
or-
it showed
that's
exactly
good.
what it did when we were in my driveway here.
Okay, well that's perfect. That's good. That means Craig's
Yeah, so-
transmitter's not dorking with it, so that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I think.
How
it's
high is
good.
the antenna going to be?
I'm hoping to have it up about the 40-foot mark at the apex with it.
Higher the
So-
better. 50 is the most desirable.
Yeah, I know. I just the problem is I got a 48-foot Delhi.
Have got
So-
a 20-foot 20? I use a 20-foot mast off a 40-foot.
Well, I do. I mean, I go up 60 feet because I've got what I've got is a tri-bander, Chris-Craft AS3 for 10, 15, and 20. And then above that, I've got a 3-element 6-meter horizontal beam. And then above that, I've got the Comet GP9.
Oh yeah.
So it's on a 10-foot mast, and the rotator is in the tower. So down just below the rotator at about the 40-foot mark,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a cross beam that goes across and 2 dipoles running off that.
Well, you remember the old saying, the higher and the longer.
Oh, well, of course. The problem is my neighbors think I'm crazy now anyway, so it's
Everybody-
another antenna is not going to kill them, and
No.
you know, whatever. But what I was looking, I saw in the thing, the insulators on them are just cheap little square plastic things. I'm looking at this woody antenna, and if you can see through the bag here, that's the insulator on it.
I can't see it.
It looks like a blue piece of plastic.
Well, it is, and it's just to cheapen the wire is just. I wish I could get that focus better, but
that's
it's
where that's where you
That's a
tie
strain
the
relief.
rope to.
That's a strain relief also.
yeah, it says.
Get Lou to print you one on a 3D printer.
Well, I was just going to do a question. Does anybody know what this is?
That's the kind of insulator.
That's a dog bone insulator. There you
That's
go.
a good
That's a
insulator.
true-
Insulator. Yeah.
Later.
That's a true
Okay, what's
insulator.
this one then? It's a little
Same.
small.
That's
Same
a pair.
insulator.
Okay, what about with these?
Stay back a bit.
There you go. There's that. There you go. Is
Oh,
that
I
glass?
guess-
Is that one glass?
There,
I,
man.
yeah. I guess the blue one's not going up there, eh?
Well, it depends on what kind of plastic.
Ceramic insulator.
Yeah, that piece of plastic is
Yeah.
also strain relief
Same.
too, though.
The
It's
one you're
strain
holding
relief.
up now is good because, and that one too, because the
So-
string goes around the other piece of string, you know.
So yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
I'm not lacking in insulators.
No.
I've got a whole.
No, it's not. Depends on what the plastic is. It'll be high strength stuff.
But after it's been up there a year or two, how much is it going to?
Well, like I said, I was looking at them, and they may be all right, but it's a situation
even-
where
Do you even need an insulator when you're using nylon rope?
well, this is what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Back a bit.
Yeah.
Back up.
Mm,
There you are.
Well, parachute cord should work pretty good on that.
And insulator is recommended versus the nylon rope because when it rains, guess what? That rope's going to conduct. So yes, you need an insulator.
Used inner tube.
yeah, well, look at this. This is how they've just got it.
Yeah.
Just looped through the side of it that way, and
Yeah,
I'm
but
thinking,
the harder you pull on that, the stronger that is. So that's a strain relief also. So that's not a total piece of crap, but it's not, you know, what the other things you got probably be better. But
Almost looks
Yeah.
like you're expecting you to make some trimming adjustments on it.
well,
and there you go
I
too.
think
There
yeah,
you go
I-
too. You can feed that through that and shorten it or lengthen it or whatever.
well, absolutely,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. You know, I mean, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But that was the phone on the radio there. So Brian, you're talking about issues. He's got this big IF stepper. So the two guys go up with their gin pole, and the gin pole's not big enough to handle his IF stepper.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So now they can't bring it down. So Brian got on the phone. So he's got a crane coming from Gore Bay.
Oh my
It's now 12 noon and they haven't even got the antenna down.
Oh,
And the crane's got to come from Gore Bay. He is free and can drive down, but it's going to be another hour or so. So it's going to be 1:30 before they
Wonder
even
what
get it
that's gonna
up
cost
there.
me.
And then it's got to come down. They got to repair it. Then they got to put it back up with the crane. So guess what? I'm not getting any antenna work done today. So
Al, you
but-
go ahead. You go ahead and do it.
Did you
yeah.
work in the moonlight?
I
yeah,
got
moonlight.
video of you climbing a tower in the past there, Al. We
Oh,
you
I
can
know.
do it.
That's pretty scary.
What
So,
kind of
but
a-
you know what? There was no, I'm not upset at all because there's no hurry for my stuff. I mean, it can wait another month or so.
You
or-
go through the guy wires.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll come down.
what kind of
So-
stepper was it, Al? What kind of stepper was it?
I don't know what he's got.
It's a-
it's a-
IF or IR stepper.
IR stepper, yes. The
It's a full.
step IR is actually what it is. Step
Yeah,
IR.
that's what I have.
the name
That's
you
what I have up there.
They're wonderful, but it's a mechanical nightmare, man.
Mine's
How long
been
have
up
you had yours up, Andy?
20 years.
Well, how many times?
Well,
have you
I had to
fix
take it down. I have had to take it down once
Once,
to do probably what he's doing.
right.
The sun rotted the boots on the fiberglass sections. So I put new boots on and then covered it with, regular tape, not rubber tape. And that stopped so far it stopped the
Yeah, that'll keep the sun from getting to the
yeah.
boots. Yes.
But the what do you call it? The fiberglass poles that were originally green are absolutely white on the top now. But every year I wonder if it's still working. So, in a week I'll find out. But I took mine up and down out using tram line, the technique, like I put a big a wire from just above the antenna with a pulley that would go down the tram line
Mhm.
to, like about
That's like what they
200-300
used to
feet
lower and
away.
raise the antenna at an
This
RMI.
wire. I disconnected it and then took it down that way. And there was only needed to be one person at the top of the tower.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
like
three
that.
element. So I'm really surprised that they'd have trouble with it unless this is an even bigger antenna.
It's just a gen. They're trying to use just a gen pole, And yeah, so that's exactly how they raised and lowered the antenna at RMI. They
Yeah.
had, you know, what they call it, a windlass or a cap stand on the back of a truck. And
Yeah.
they had a pulley
yeah.
system. Yeah. So that and it went from the top of the tower like straight down to the back of the truck basically. And then
Yeah.
they hauled it back up the same way. So,
Mhm.
and Bob,
Yeah.
your audio, if somebody else is talking, your mouth is moving and we don't hear a thing you say. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's your internet or maybe it's your audio or what it is. So
I have to go. My son has just arrived, so
Okay.
I don't know whether I'll be here next week because I'm hoping to be there.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we'll hear you on the local
We'll
repeater
see you
then.
one way or the other.
Absolutely.
Have a good week, everybody.
Okay.
See you
Take
later,
care. Good to hear you, Andy.
See you, Andy.
Thanks for coming in.
Have a good day, Andy. See you shortly.
Yep. See you soon.
Yes, I'm going to say.
So I'm not getting the pulley put up today there, Igor, but that's all right. They expect to be over either next week or the week after. So
Yeah,
we'll get
definitely.
her done before you get here. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely. This is
Okay.
1 month before contest. It's sufficient time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, guys, it's feeding time at the old Hesterton Acres, so I'm going to run away. 'Cause-
Oh, Emmanuel.
We'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for everything. And
bye,
have a good
Janice.
week, and
Bye,
we'll see you
Callie.
next
Bye,
week
Barbara.
or sooner. Yes, well.
Yeah.
See you, Janice.
Sounds
Bye.
good.
I
Okay.
have to go as well.
Yeah.
So next Saturday, I'll do some
Sounds good. We'll
presentation.
put you
and,
on tap there.
Yeah,
Bye,
I'll send
Igor.
you email during weekend.
Okay.
See you
Perfect.
shortly. Thank you.
73 Igor.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Take
See you,
care.
Igor.
Boy, would I have to get up there.
Yeah. So so Brian just called there, so that's what's happening. So they're waiting for the crane to show up and
Wow.
that with it. So I'm figuring they're going to be all afternoon on it, I would think. So, but you never know. There's not much to do once they get it down, but
Plan for
There
the
you go.
worst and you won't be disappointed.
well, and that's the thing, I mean, when Nick started to pile everything up, it never goes as planned. How many times have we gone up to RMI to work on the antenna or something like that, or the
Never,
repeater?
never,
And I mean, luckily we put it in okay, and we didn't have any issues, right, when we put the C4 FM machine in. So we'll go there anyway. Yeah, so I got this where the hell did I put it? I got this SIM card, so don't worry there, Lou. This isn't gonna turn you crazy or anything, so consider a donation to the club. We got the SIM card here, I guess you call it. Anyway, what it is, it's a Bell card. And what it does is it goes into this device here. And I'm looking at various different plans. I may even be able to attach it as an additional device to my network system. And it's only going to cost,
that way.
eh?
You get a better deal that way.
Well, yeah. And it just, as a test purpose, we can see how it works. Because, if I sign, I don't know if I've got to sign a 2-year contract or something like that with it.
Not when you bring your own device. Normally, you don't have to sign a contract. But
Right.
they whack you $45 every time you turn it back on. You can cancel it at any time.
Yeah.
If we let them, like if we got an account and you got a Turbo Hub under contract, then basically you're locked into it for 2 years. But when you bring your own hardware, though, you're good.